Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, May 19th. So with me on the mic, we have some fabulous co-hosts. So we're going to start off with Icy Chili. Good morning, boo.
Good morning.
Hello, hello. Next, we have my Libra Queen. Hey, cutie pie.
Hey.
Yes. And next, we have our gorgeous moon. Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And next we have our favorite Chaotic Cup. Hey, Chaotic Cup.
Hey, hey.
And shout out to the listeners holding it down in the chat as well. Well, y'all, I think we got a good show for us today with lots of hot tea. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
Tea time.
Yes. Well, the first thing we want to talk about, honey. Well, remember how we saw yesterday? I said, hey, y'all want to feel old? Well, guess who just graduated from Spelman? Zahara Jolie. And we asked the question, like, well, was her daddy there? We have learned no, he was not there.
She
And you also see,
graduated already?
yes, girl, she graduated already, and we even had to confirm. Wait, she was there for 4 years. She was.
I
She
thought she just got there.
she started in 2022.
Oh,
So
wow.
she was there the full four
Cheryl, I
years.
said the exact same thing. I said, what? We just saw her cross the line. What happened?
Yup. And when we asked her, like, we I wondered Brad was there because we heard like some shit done popped off on the airplane, so we didn't think that Brad. And now we have confirmation he was not there, baby. Like he's not talking to none of the kids apparently. And
Well, that little video I saw describing what he did, I said, oh, okay. I see why they're not talking to him now.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah,
hmm
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, this article
People ain't
starts
talking
off.
about that enough. Sorry.
And this article starts off. Brad Pitt's estrangement from his daughter Zahara has not cooled off, with sources telling TMZ that the actor did not reach out ahead of her graduation from Spelman. A source close to Angelina tells TMZ Zahara's mom and siblings, who have been involved over the 4 very special years, were present and cheering her and her Spelman sisters on. The source added, nothing prevented him from showing up for her or ever visiting her. The day was about all she accomplished, not whether he was willing to attend. Wake that up. Sources tell us Brad didn't contact anyone about getting a ticket to her graduation ceremony, which took place over the weekend. Sources connected to Brad tell us he did not reach out because he has become so estranged from his kids because of the animosity directed at him towards Jolie that any outreach would be unwelcome. Zahara has not had a close relationship with Brad since his split from Angelina. At college, Zahara removed Pitt from her last name and began going by Zahara Marley Jolie. Prior to the marriage, Angelina adopted Zahara when she was 7 months old. Brad adopted Zahara during his marriage to Angelina. Brad and Angelina were together from 2003 until their split in 2016. And Zahara isn't the only one to distance herself from Brad. Her sister Shiloh filed a petition in court to legally drop Pitt as her last name. Their sister Vivian also listed her name as Vivian Jolie sans Pitt when she starred in the musical adaptation of The Outsiders. Baby, they don't want shit to do. They say we want nothing from you, you white pasty community dick bastard. We don't even want your last name. Take it.
Look,
Wait,
when I say,
is
huh?
Shiloh transgender now?
His, Ben,
Wasn't Shiloh a boy?
no, a girl, originally.
Oh, and now it's not a girl.
Right. Or like, you know, they,
Fluid.
them. Yeah, fluid.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Um, yeah, they Karma showed up on his doorstep tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
And
his
I
actions on that plane. Yeah, that I think that's
I
it.
didn't know that he like put his hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He
did
was
not know that.
swinging, honey, like windmilling, allegedly.
yeah,
Like, and alcohol was involved, and he was like choking Angelina out. It was bad. I mean,
yeah.
we read bits and pieces of it here because TMZ only gave us like the little bits. But yeah, I knew some
Yeah,
shit done popped off on that plane.
He ain't been
nobody
around
talks
him
about
since
it enough.
then.
Yeah, it ain't been talked about enough. Like what he
No.
actually did,
Yeah,
like
he wilded.
verbatim.
He crashed out on them people, and they ain't had nothing to do with
Yeah.
him after that. That was the end right there.
Well, and his bio kids at that. So, um, karma when it show up, you never know what you're gonna get, how much she gonna dole out. But she gave him the special, the karma special, cause he ain't got shit.
Mhm.
Oh well, too bad, so sad.
So we have a question saying, isn't one of her daughters a backup dancer now? Imagine Angelina raised all these kids, yet another testament she's reliable. Well,
No one said she wasn't reliable. She's just a manipulator.
yeah.
Yeah,
One reliable fact I do know is that I can't trust her around my men. So,
right. I wouldn't quite go that far.
like,
She's not a backup
reliable? Now
mother.
wait now.
She is reliable. She is a
She's a
responsible
good
human.
mother. We'll give her
Yeah,
that. Two things
Hmm.
can be
yeah.
true.
A good mother and a good
Mhm.
actress.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
but a man still in heifer.
Uh
Okay.
huh.
Look, we have a question. She has to have her weakness. Give her that. Her weakness is your man.
Shiloh,
Who is
Yeah.
it? Who is
Shiloh
this?
was one of the background dancers for K-pop star the Young. She
Oh,
was the
nice.
girl
Okay.
to do in the video, and I
Yeah,
think
she
Shiloh
is.
is now back going at being
As a girl.
pronounced she her. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they've been going all over the place. They're figuring it out. And the crazy thing is, them two bio kids, they look like Brad and Angelina at the same time. It's really a lot visually.
Listen, them jeans was fighting. This is what I be trying to explain to people.
They was,
Them jeans was in there
they,
boxing,
I
bitch.
mean, dogging it out. It became a draw because they have Angelina lips. They look the color of Brad Pitt's hair. They look like Brad, but then they look like their mama. My God, I was like, that's a lot going on. It's a
Mhm.
lot, but God bless.
We
So
have
he's
a
getting what he
comment.
deserves.
Brad and Jennifer, they're still just into themselves, like they are 35-year old.
Well,
Him for sure.
Jennifer can be into herself. She ain't got no kids. She can do whatever she wants. She is. Yeah, she's supposed to be. Him, on the other hand, he just getting his karma. Oh well.
No, well, and that's that on that, honey. Well, honey, so remember the last time we talked about Paris Jackson? We learned that she took the execs of her dad's estate to court, and she was awarded that $625,000 back that has to be paid back. Hunt, do you know Paris is still not taking her foot off their necks, honey? So she was like, So yep, we got the 625K. Run them legal fees too, motherfucker. Cause y'all got the right one. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Paris Jackson asking for extra 463K in battle with late dad's estate. So let's get into it. Paris Jackson scored a massive win against the executors running her late father's estate, but she isn't done with them yet, and is now demanding they cough up another six-figure sum in interest. TMZ has learned. Last week, a Los Angeles judge sided with Paris when he ruled that $625,000 in bonuses paid to outside law firms that worked on the estate would have to be returned to the estate. John Branca and John McClain, the two executors in charge of Michael Jackson's estate since his death in 2009, argued the bonuses paid to their third party law firms were normal for the music industry, especially since the year the bonuses were paid, the estate locked down several big deals. According to new court docs obtained by TMZ, Paris said she now wants more than the 625K returned. Michael's daughter said the executor should be on the hook for $463,752 in interest that accrued on the amounts owed back to the estate. A rep for the estate tells TMZ the executors are aware of the filing and are confident it will be rejected in due course. The executor's focus at this time, however, is on continuing to celebrate Michael Jackson and grow the estate's business in light of the record-breaking success of the motion picture Michael.
Trash.
A rep for Paris tells TMZ the law is crystal clear. When funds are misappropriated, they have to be paid back with interest. There's no reason John Branca should get special treatment from our legal system, and that's why Paris's team is filing this procedural motion asking for the executors to cover the cost of their own mistakes. As TMZ first reported, the judge presiding over the case praised the executors for delivering value to the estate at the recent hearing, despite ruling in Paris's favor in regards to the bonuses. At the time, the executors rep told TMZ, "We are gratified that the court itself recognized and praised the work of the executors and its outside counsel in today's decision." The rep added, "While the court has previously approved several other bonuses to outside counsel over the years for their extraordinary services, and this was the first time they were the subject of objections, the executors have always understood that legal fees are subject to court approval and have always required outside counsel to agree to return any funds to the estate if the payments were not approved." The estate rep also noted the bonuses that have to be returned were paid to third-party law firms and not to the executors themselves. So long story short, run her them them legal fees too and
My
interest.
side eye is still on her.
Well, of course, yeah, absolutely. But with the side eye for sure. But we know she's not playing with her daddy's money.
Mm, I don't know. I mean, yeah, but
hmm But yeah, definitely side eye because you sitting there, hobnobbing with the people that are accused, them white people that are accused your daddy of some not true shit. There's some shit that was found not true, and yeah, I'm side eyeing her too. But I do love how she's on top of these white men that's playing around like because they probably be rolling their little white pasty asses all up in Michael Jackson's money, just butt naked and stuff. Saying, "Oh, look, girl, no, stop playing with my daddy's money, paying it out all this unnecessary money." And yes, Chaotic Hub, that movie out. Don't get me started on it. I already told y'all from the beginning. I think it was either a money laundering scheme or a poor attempt to launch Jafar's career as
not
an
a poor
entertainer.
attempt. Not a poor attempt.
I
And
had high hopes going in. Well, I had semi high hopes going in, and it was entertaining to some extent, but then hit that ending, and I was like, "Bitch, give me my money back."
exactly. Then they had all the influence. That's how you know their asses got paid, honey. The influencers like, "Oh my God, y'all, it's the best movie I ever seen. Oh my God, y'all, I love this movie." When I saw it, oh my God, baby, I ain't crack a smile not one time. And I love Michael Jackson. Oh my God. And don't get me started, child.
I think it was. You definitely could tell that the family blessed it, and that it made it. It shed light. It did not shed light on any part of the people that we have known them to be over the years.
They want Jafar to be the next Michael Hunter. That's what they was banking on. So they did this movie and probably him. And that's why I say it's either
The next
or it could
Michael
be
is
and.
the next Michael is a bit. Okay, no, that can't
Look,
happen. There's no.
we know that, but does Jermaine know that?
Well, Jermaine is delusional and she's a problem all in itself. So, but he can't be the next Michael. There's no way. He ain't even got enough talent in his body for that. Please, let's not play around.
Baby, when the movie first came on, honey, and it was him singing like that, because Michael Jackson's, he had vocals, honey. The first thing I embraced my inner Whitney Houston. You remember that conversation when her and Brandon were practicing Cinderella, and Whitney was asking Brandon, like, "Okay, why are you down there?" That's what I was saying. Like, Jafar, why are you down there? The kids, you need to be up here. Michael's voice was higher than this. Why are you down there? Anyway, like I said, don't get me started. Girl, don't get me started. Anyway, girl. Honey, Kim Kardashian, we just talked about Skims not too long ago where it was the next employee that was like going after her, filed a lawsuit against her. But this ain't about that, honey. Skims, honey, they apparently helped somebody get caught for cocaine. Cocaine, girl. And you should see where it
What you're
says here by way
saying
of
is they
TMZ.
the feds. They the feds.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Because so you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Kim Kardashian Skims clothing line helps convict cocaine smuggler in England. So Kim Kardashian Skims underwear line helped get a cocaine smuggler convicted in England and sentenced to prison for more than 10 years, authorities said. Jacob Jean Konkel will spend the next 13 years and 6 months in the big house after his sentencing Monday in Chelmsford Crown Court in the country of Essex, England. And Kim's famous underwear and clothing line played a role in Konkel's downfall. According to police, last summer, Konkel boarded a ferry with his trailer truck in the Hook of Holland, the Netherlands, and was transported to Port of Harwich in Essex. Border Patrol officers x-rayed the trailer truck containing 28 pallets of Skims clothing. Police said there was nothing nefarious about the clothing, but inside the rear trailer doors, officers found 90 packages with each containing 2.2 pounds of cocaine valued at about $9.4 million. At first, Konkel tried to deny having any knowledge of the narcotics, but he later confessed to agreeing to smuggle the cocaine in exchange for nearly $5,300. He also pled guilty to drug trafficking at his trial, which got him the stiff sentence. Chalk up a legal victory for Kim. I don't even know why TMZ added that last sentence, but yeah. So how I'm understanding this happened, I don't think Kim was a part of this in any way.
No,
I was
they
gonna
didn't have
say,
nothing to do with it.
this was clickbait all the way around.
But yeah, honey, they found all that. Oh, yeah, it was. They used her name because I definitely read the story because of her name. I'm like, well, did she have something to do with it? But no, they just used her
No.
clothes to try to hide the shit, and it didn't work.
That's so okay. I guess times are tough right now. I don't know.
You know, Harvey be having him on a tight ship. He runs a tight ship over at TMZ, honey. Harvey don't play.
But the big part of the story is this man gave up his whole life for $5,000.
For $5,300, honey.
$5,000, and now you gotta spend a good chunk of your life in jail for $5,000. Ooh, y'all need to stop being so damn cheap.
What y'all knew to say? Look what that money make a bitch do. $5,300. You cannot. 13 years of my freedom gone for $1,500. Oh, excuse me, $5,300. Please, no.
It don't even be the money on the risk ratio don't even balance out.
And you carrying millions of dollars worth of cocaine. They would have had at least give me $500,000.
Something that was worth
A quarter of a million,
$5,000.
a tenth of a million, but $5,300 to carry $9 million of cocaine? Nah.
It's like Euphoria.
Mm-hmm. Honey, she was swallowing that shit, honey. Oh, honey. Oh,
When
Oh,
you're
now you
when,
finna die? Now you
when you're
finna die?
when you're a meal, you don't got much choice.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why. No, thank you. Nope. I don't want to be caught up with none of these drug dealers or nothing. No, thank you.
That makes two of us.
Get somebody else to do it.
Look, I've watched enough Power to know. Hell, shit, even from the movie Belly, honey. Shit, y'all remember from the movie Belly back in what, 1998? That's when that came out. And then when that man came up in there and slapped Keisha around and shit like that, and all Keisha was just trying to do was be pretty. Oh no, y'all can keep that drug shit, honey.
No, I'm not. Because the way they be getting people trying to get them across the border and they find y'all. There's no way you getting around it. They gonna catch you. They have too much technology now.
No, and then that shit had to have been inspired from someone. So I'm guessing shit like that really happens because in episode
No,
1 of
yes.
Euphoria from this season, you see Rue. She's in Mexico, and she needs to bring fentanyl back to the States. So she and Faye actually put the fentanyl in balloons, and the guy gave her some KY jelly so it can go down easier. And then as soon as they got back to the States, they like immediately shitted it out. Like it was crazy.
If you lucky if they don't catch you, or you lucky if the thing don't burst.
Yeah, and they had a saying. And they say, spoiler alert, so Libra Queen, cover your ears. But and this is in the first episode. But one of the balloons did burst in the girl, and something happened. So yeah,
You could die.
ain't no could.
Right.
Baby, you're dying.
Basically.
We have a comment. What do you be watching, bitch? Euphoria season 3. It's really good, by the way. Well, child, speaking of bosses, honey. So remember we talked about Kevin Hart's business not too long ago.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on. Give me 1 second.
They still talking about that Kevin Hart stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just hoping to where my screen just grayed out, but we all good now. And what I wanted to share with you by way of TMZ, you all should see where it says Kevin Hart's ex-employees fighting restraining order over alleged company secrets. So let's get into it. Kevin Hart's company and two of his former employees are in the middle of a nasty court battle over alleged company secrets, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Kevin's company Heartbeat sued two former employees, Eric Eddings, who started working at the company in 2022, and Leslie Guam, who was hired in April 2023, back in February. Per the suit, Heartbeat says the duo had access to extensive confidential and proprietary and trade secret information, financial performance data, partnership strategies, and business plans for Heartbeat's audio and podcast division. Heartbeat claimed Eric and Leslie used the confidential info to develop a competing podcast business while still being employed at Heartbeat. Kevin's company claims the ex-employees even created and circulated an investor pitch deck seeking to raise $2 million for the new venture, allegedly saying, "We've built this before, now we're building it for ourselves." The suit claimed that in late 2025, one of Heartbeat's largest podcasting clients refused to extend his contract with Heartbeat due to Eric's alleged mismanagement. In the court docs, Heartbeat said Eric and Leslie were fired on January 30th, 2026, the day after Heartbeat learned about the pitch deck. A couple of days later, Heartbeat fired off a cease and desist, demanding the duo to stop using or revealing company secrets, and then followed up with the lawsuit seeking an injunction to block them from doing the same. Heartbeat claimed the former employees' actions caused a ripple effect of decreasing overall revenue in our podcast and audio division, and as a result, Heartbeat was forced to downsize the division. In their own legal docs, Eric and Leslie are scoffing at the request for an injunction, claiming it was utterly lacking in merit and nothing but a poorly veiled attempt to prevent them from working. The duo said there is no evidence that they misappropriated any confidential information and claim Heartbeat was wrongfully trying to stop their new business. They said their deck used standard industry information, nothing from Heartbeat. Eric pointed out that he worked at SiriusXM, a larger company than Heartbeat, before he took a job at Kevin's company. Leslie said she also had a ton of previous experience. The duo said they only started working on their company after Heartbeat made severe cuts to the podcast division. Eric and Leslie said they did work on their company while employed, but never sought investors or began creating show concepts. They said they still have not launched the company, in part because of the lawsuit filed by Hart, which they say has had a chilling effect on their ability to talk to investors. The legal back and forth between Heartbeat and the former employees was first detailed by Bloomberg. The outlet said Heartbeat got rid of around 12 employees in December, including people who worked in the podcast department. Girl.
This is in every contract I've ever had. Don't use your work computer for any of your personal stuff. They own the intellectual property.
And
Pretty,
that's it.
pretty close. Pretty close. Shut and close.
And that's it. That's it. But I guess the question was like, can Kevin like prove that they used his secrets and stuff? I don't know. I'm gonna follow the story.
It gets real murky when you work on your side project on company time.
Yeah.
They usually side with the company. Because
Yeah.
why would you not use your own? If you worked at Sirius XM radio and you knew incorporate, you know how it worked. Why would you go over there and do something like that? Why would you not use your own computer? I mean, I need people to
So
just be smart. Just be smart sometimes, guys. It's okay.
that's the problem. I feel like, especially like in this day and age, right? Because I personally have worked in corporate America since 2007, right? So this is so next year will make it 20 years that I've worked in corporate America, right? So in this 20-year time span, I think it was common knowledge to not use work computers or work emails for things. However, we have seen, and in fact, I feel like we're seeing an influx of people that, because I feel like it stopped at one point, but then it just picked back up. And it's like because I remember getting emails from people, work emails, like, you're emailing this from your work email, and they're like, oh no, it's good, it's fine. I'm like, girl, this is the language in this is not professional. Maybe you shouldn't. Don't you have your own personal email? If you don't, you should go to Google and get one. It's free. Did you know that? But people want to. Child. We have a comment. Let's see. Kevin had a vegan burger joint he opened in the neighborhood, and it was the worst location. No drive through, and parking had to be across the street. Sure enough, it closed soon. And I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact it was a vegan burger place. Let me stop. And let's see. Another comment says, "Yes, I know someone whose Microsoft Teams chat was subpoenaed, and their chat on Best Donuts were picked up and go. Oh shit! Wow." All that cloud data is owned by the company, and IT can share that if demanded by the government. Yep, yep.
This is a reason why I'll never ever take a work or a personal phone, even if they're paying for my phone service, is because you have to download shit and they can technically watch your phone and race your phone.
Look, it's fine. You can give me a work phone, but that's all it's gonna be used for. I would never.
No, I said my personal phone. I wouldn't use my personal phone as a work phone.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Personal phone? No, no, no. Give me a work phone. If I was actually doing something that was, worth, whatever.
People do it
But
all the time. A lot of companies pay a stipend for them to pay for your internet and pay for your phone bill. I have separate of both. They do pay for my internet and they do pay for my phone bill, but they're separate services from my personal service.
That part. hmm Well, speaking of some more scammers, honey, why we still talking about scammers, honey? Let's talk about Saweetie and how Saweetie out here with her pretty self scamming. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Saweetie sued for over $3 million by promoter over alleged no-show at Japan concerts.
mm, it's getting
hmm
bad for her out here.
Girl. we have a comment saying, "Oh no, not our Filipino sweetie." I don't know if y'all gonna be claiming her after this story, girl. I don't know.
Is this the same
Mm,
girl who was accused of being a madam or something, or was
The
that
very
somebody?
same.
Oh, okay.
she trying to make all the money. She rap didn't pan out the way she thought, so she's taking on some other endeavors.
It's hard out here in these streets.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Well, rapper Sweetie is being dragged to court by a concert promoter accusing her of fraud. TMZ has learned. The company Moon Dream Production filed suit against Sweetie and Icy Girl Touring for fraud and breach of contract. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Sweetie entered into a deal to perform 4 shows in Japan from July 18th to July 26, 2025. Moondream claims Sweetie agreed to perform for a $200,000 fee. She was paid a $100,000 deposit per court docs. The concert promoter says Sweetie breached the deal by failing to perform the shows. The suit claimed the rapper and her entire team utilized all the visa services facilitated by the promoter, which allowed her to enter Japan, then proceeded to perform at different venues for other vendors on the same dates she was contractually bound to perform for them. The promoter claims Sweetie and her team have refused to return the $100,000, despite them losing out on $100,000 for merchandise and promo expenses and $200,000 spent on the venue. The promoter also says they expected to net $400,000 in profits from her performance, which they obviously missed out on. The suit is also seeking $3 million in punitive damages. Mm-mm.
You can't be playing with people like that, girl. You cannot
And
be
my
playing
thing
with
is,
people
girl,
like
you took their money and say, okay, I'm gonna come over there perform with y'all. You go perform at other venues.
that's crazy.
Uh, Sweetie, girl.
It's just like,
Maybe
girl,
they won't know. They won't know. Maybe they won't know. They
well,
won't know.
no, they know. They know. They know. They know when you don't show up. They know. Oh, oh, you're not here. What?
Didn't I just see you on TV?
That's
So
wow.
what you performed at the club over on uh over there, but you supposed to be over here. What are you doing, girl?
They take their butt, and they said, "Well, okay, well, just give us our $100,000 back
Yeah,
then."
no,
They said,
she
"No."
spent that.
Well, but
She
she the whole
spent that.
reason I mean, they the whole reason she even got there. The visas, whatever, they have made the arrangements for it to even hit the damn country. And then
Mm-hmm.
she goes and now you no, you
Child.
can't possibly be this dumb to do something so blatant. Can you?
Looks like they can,
I was
girl.
about to say, obvious.
Cause sweetie girl, what is you doing? Oh my god. Well, that is that on that. So do y'all remember the last time we talked about uh Tina Campbell, and you know how we found out her man done left to file for divorce after cheating on her for all them years? And the funny thing about that story was her sister was coming out and said, "Well, me and my man, we about to renew our vows, honey. We don't know what else, but we about
Oh
to
no.
renew." Well, they did just that. Erica Campbell renews wedding vows as Sister Tina goes through divorce.
That
So
was so messy.
messy as hell, honey. Well, Erica Campbell renewed her wedding vows with her husband Warren over the weekend, but the timing is unfortunate considering what her sister's going through. Erica and Warren recommitted to each other during a ceremony at California Worship Center in San Bernardino, California, on Saturday, while Tina Campbell navigates her divorce from her husband Glendon. The vow renewal was how Eric and Warren chose to celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary, so she probably wasn't trying to throw her marriage in her sister's face. Girl, yes, she was. Yes, she was. Anyway.
And which is nasty work. Do they not like each other?
That's what it seems. It's something there. But it goes on. Instead, Erica told people, because why would you not celebrate 25 years of staying together? And it was certainly a star-studded celebration. Stevie Wonder and PJ Morton were there for the couple's major milestone. However, it's unclear if Tina went. People's report didn't mention whether or not she was there or even mention her at all. In case you missed it, Tina's ex filed for divorce last month, citing irreconcilable difference. And while the filing is new, Glenda says he and Tina had gotten separated in 2024. She and Erica formed the iconic gospel duo Mary Mary in the late 90s, and they rose to fame with some crossover success. So that's that on. Yep, that was messy as hell. And we have a question asking, wasn't she the McDonald's sweetie? Yes, she's the very same one who was doing all that nasty looking shit. Yes, honey. She was that's the very same one. Hmm.
Um, yeah. Sweetie, unfortunately, um, she is not a great rapper, and um, and she doesn't know that, which is so unfortunate. Um, yeah. So I wish her the best.
Yep. That is that on that. Girl, why is Portia Williams and K Michelle going back and forth online, child?
Because they're birds.
What in the world?
Because they're birds.
Well, sure enough, honey. Well, these two birds, y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Portia Williams and K Michelle resort to name calling in heated Twitter exchange. And I'm gonna mute y'all while I'm reading the story. I hear an echo.
Oh, so let me. Did you mute yourself?
I did indeed. Yep. I sure did. That's what happens when you mute all. It said mute all. We said all, bitch, including the host. Well, y'all should see. I'm sharing my screen, and it looks like Portia Williams and K Michelle are turning their beef into digital drama because they're going at it online. In the most recent episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kay said in a confessional that she'd heard through the grapevine that Portia was colluding with co-stars Phaedra Parks and Drew Sidora to take her down. So she took to Twitter Sunday to defend her paranoia, writing, "I don't care how crazy it looked. All that behind the scenes producing these ladies did. I knew about all of it. I sat there and watched it quietly. I'm not new to this. In a string of posts, Kay said, "Don't sit in my face and play like you don't know what I'm talking about. You want a reaction so you can have it. Say it to my face or be a quiet coward." And while she didn't name names, Portia seemed to know exactly who she was talking about because she replied, "Who was a coward? I would define a coward as a person tweeting from the same house 2 doors down from me." That really set Kay off because she fired back with some pretty intense accusations. She ripped into Portia saying, "No different from you being 2 doors down from me fucking on my ex." She also claimed that while Portia was doing her dirty, she twisted the knife by telling her ex her business. Kay said Portia's girl's girl mentality is just an act, ending her social media rant by calling her Real House was Atlanta housemate a bimbo. Portia, however, seemed unbothered by Kay's accusations, laughing about the singer's Twitter fingers as the drama died down, at least for now. Mm-mm. Well, that is that on that, honey. I have actually not seen. I think I've only seen one episode of this season, and probably not gonna watch. I feel like my time with the Real Housewives of Atlanta is
Well,
really
it's just the same stupid arguments and cattiness, and we're losing our voting rights. I don't give a damn about these heifers at all.
exactly. To be honest, and if they're not on there talking about voting, and then we really don't, because it's like at this point, yeah. Well, that is that on that. Here's a story that I'm sure we don't care about, but Clarissa Shields has been banned from Jake Paul's MVP. And you also see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Jake Paul's MVP bans Clarissa Shields after alleged assault on boxer. So Clarissa Shields was banned indefinitely from all most valuable promotions events after after the undisputed boxing champion became involved in a physical altercation with Alicia Baumgartner during Saturday night's MVP MMA event at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. What began as a tense face-to-face at Saturday night's Jake Paul backed promotion company MMA Rousey versus Carano event quickly turned chaotic when Baumgartner approached Shields and extended her hand in what appeared to be a peace offering. Instead, Shields slapped the hand away and lunged forward before security rushed in to separate the fighters. The the confrontation unfolded in a private VIP section during the Netflix streamed event. Cell phone footage captured the event and spread online. I actually haven't seen any footage, but anyway. Now MVP has responded forcefully. Most Value Promotions is aware of the incident during MVP's Rousey versus Carano event on Saturday night involving physical contact by Clarissa Shields towards Alicia Baumgartner. The company said in a lengthy statement released Monday. MVP maintains a strict zero tolerance policy for hostile, threatening, or aggressive behavior towards fighters, staff, media, or guests at any of our events. The promotion added that Shields' conduct reflects poorly on MVP and women's sports, which we have worked tirelessly to uplift. Effective immediately, Clarissa Shields is banned from all MVP events until further notice, the statement continued. There's a time and place for fighter tension and banter, but to physically attack a fellow athlete while there as a guest inside a private VIP area is unacceptable. The bad blood between the two undisputed champions has been simmering for months. Shields repeatedly criticized Baumgartner's performances and publicly questioned her standing among elite women fighters. Shields also previously accused Baumgartner of performance-enhancing drugs use after Baumgartner tested positive. She challenged the ruling and a suspicion was lifted. There is such a large weight difference between the two, a real fight is extremely unlikely. Shields compete around middleweight while Baumgartner dominates at junior lightweight, a 30-pound difference. Shields took to Twitter to defend her actions. "I'm going to continue to give bitches hell respectfully," Shields posted. "That little ass girl said, 'I'll beat your ass right now,' after already disrespecting me. Now you classy and playing victim," she continued. "Can go around threatening people. Take that and try to get your lick back. Hashtag greatest woman of all time."
Please take us out the group chat. She knows that's right, and I
I
really,
mean,
Lord,
yeah, I really need
where's her
Clarissa
PR
to sit down.
people?
She ain't got
Where's
none.
her publicist? Like,
We don't. She
we
ain't
don't
got
want to
none.
hear from her. You the greatest. We don't want to hear from you. Get in the ring, bitch. Okay. Um. Yeah. So sorry. And I would say I would fight her, but I'm pretty sure she do got hands. But I'll shoot. So. Um.
Yeah, she actually. Yeah, she doesn't do have hands, honey. Oh, that,
Listen, I know my limits.
have y'all seen that? When she did, you know that mink challenge,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to see it because I
baby.
do know she got.
What is a mink challenge?
You know, there was a saying, bend that ass over, I'm a mink, and they got a dance to go to it. Well, Clarissa took it a step further. She did like, some girl, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Y'all gotta, honey, I would not want to fight this woman, even if you paid me, because
Well,
I know
cause
I'm
you
getting
know,
that ass beat.
boxers, that's a whole different level of fighting. That's a skill. No, thank you. Like Quinn said, I'd have to shoot you. I'm not fighting you. I'm gonna just shoot you.
Hold on, I think I found one of the clips. Let me see if it'll.
Yeah, but you don't want to be aggressive all at certain events, you know?
She just too much sometimes in general.
Oh no, this is not it. This is not what I wanted to see. Let's. She was
What is
actually.
that?
I'm like,
Jesus
what the
Lord,
fuck,
Oh,
is
look
she
at the
Auntie?
one
on
over there.
Yeah, this is the one
the
I wanted to see.
elevator? The elevator don't go all the way up to the top.
Oh yeah, she showing her skills. That look right.
And she will absolutely. Did you see all that minking she was doing? Girl, please, I want no smoke.
Yeah, she got quick
Listen,
hands. She got quick hands. And just like
7 pounds of
Remy,
pressure.
look, Remy Ma can fight, but also she shoot too. So
Shit. I mean, I ain't trying to fight that big, strong,
she
muscular
shoot.
girl.
Hmm.
Well, that's on that. Shout out to the Libra Queen for bringing this news to my attention. So, millennials, get y'all tissues ready, honey. Aqua done broke up, child. After 30 years of being together, the band Aqua has broken up.
Who?
And you also see where it says here by way of TMZ, Aqua, the group behind Barbie Girl, announces band breakup.
I'm a Barbie girl in
Hey,
a Barbie world.
life in plastic. It's fantastic.
I
You
can't
hear
stand
Girl.
me?
these people.
I'm kissing everywhere.
Well, chill. Let me tell you, honey. If in the mid 90s, baby, if you went to like a skating rink or a department store or anything where you found a bunch of teenagers, you was gonna hear this song in the background.
And
Oh,
listen, now
okay.
I had that song on tape because it came with one of the Barbies that I had on
Oh,
cassette tape. You hear me? The original version, I think it was just the instrumental was on the B side. Yeah, good times was had. So
good
sad.
times was
What
had.
was
It
I
was that.
doing
So
in the
damn.
90s? Oh, yeah, I was saving lives. I didn't hear this song.
You
Right.
know what? You right. You right.
Chill, you didn't have time. When I remember working in the hospital, in the medical records room, of course they were playing music. Z100. This was played, and that how that rotation is. Yeah. Yeah.
You could
I
not
wasn't grown
escape
yet,
this
but
song.
yeah, yeah.
This
Finally,
song you
I
couldn't
was at
escape.
my employment.
finally, something that makes me feel young. I was still in middle school.
You
Ooh,
know what? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay. 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 How about that?
we have a comment saying, "Have our tissues ready for what?"
Ain't that the truth? I was like, I remember them, but okay. I
Probably
wasn't
if I
that
knew how to
committed.
skate, like in winter skating. I didn't go to skating rinks because I didn't know how to skate. But a lot of friends, did go skating. I never did, so maybe that's why I never heard it.
I, Yeah, I don't think you would have heard that in the black skating rink.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, they did, girl.
Oh,
did they?
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess because I'm already I'm from a white place, so it was inevitable that I was gonna hear it.
Yeah, girl, they was playing this song honey. We could not, millennials could not escape this shit. I'm telling you.
deep in the hood, they was playing it.
Yes, girl.
Okay,
Correct.
I
Mm-hmm.
guess I would have heard it then.
Well, y'all see, I just shared my screen, and this is from their. TMZ took a clip from their the Instagram page where they announced to their fans. So I'm not sure which language this is, but they looks like German maybe, but
It's not German. It
oh, it's
looks
not
like
German.
Dutch.
I
Oh,
was just gonna say I think they're Dutch.
I'm sorry, I'm Germans, but
You ain't gotta apologize to them.
ooh,
Yeah,
well, the English translation of this says, "Dear everyone, after many incredible years, we have decided to close the chapter of Aqua as a live band. Aqua has been such a huge part of our lives, and together we've had the chance to experience more than we've ever dared to dream of. We've traveled the world countless times, met so many wonderful people, sung together with millions of you, and shared memories that will carry with us forever. When you've been together for this long, you also learn when it's time to protect what you've created together. For us, this feels like the right moment to say goodbye. While the memories are still strong, while the love for the music, the story, and each other remains intact. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to everyone who has been part of this journey over the past 30 years. Thank you for the love, the energy, the support, and for all the moments we've shared together. Nothing but love and gratitude from here on. Endless love from Lene, Renee, and Soren." Mm-mm. Well, that's that on that. All right. Well, what we got next, honey? Oh, so we were just talking about that Michael movie earlier, honey. But so y'all know the director, Antoine Fuqua. He is actually being credited for starting Shannon Elizabeth's career. How do I know this? Because Shannon Elizabeth said it herself. Do you not know who Shannon Elizabeth is? Well, let me remind you, she's the iconic Amber from Clueless, who gave us the iconic whatever. But I have this article
Okay.
here from People, and you all should see where it says here. Shannon Elizabeth shares how Training Day director Antoine Fuqua helped her get her start. Libra Queen, mute for my hearing echo. Libra Queen, thank you, bro. Well, Shannon Elizabeth is sharing the surprising Hollywood connection that helped propel her to stardom. Director Antoine Fuqua. Speaking on the Monday, May 18th episode of the Pod Meets World podcast, Elizabeth, who's 52, recounted when she was in high school in Texas, her dad read in the paper that a music video was hiring extras. The actress auditioned and launched a bit part, saying it was her first chance to be on a real set. And so the whole time I was just hanging out with everyone. I was following the director and I was following the producer and watching everything I wasn't in, she said. Well, it turns out that director was Antoine Fuqua. The director, who's 60, helmed a number of music videos in the early 1990s for artists like Brian McKnight, Coolio, and Prince. He will go on to direct films including 2001's Training Day, starring Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke, and the 2026 biopic Michael. This was like in the beginning of his career, Elizabeth said of the director. Meanwhile, the producer of the music video was based in New York and encouraged a young extra to take up modeling. I was like, I don't really want to model, but I want to act, she said. And at the time, actors did commercials and models did commercials. So I thought, well, maybe it's a way I can get in there and maybe get my SAG card. And he said, why don't I come to your house and talk to your parents? And my parents were super skeptical and was like, why is this guy coming over? What does he want? What's going to happen? She continued, and I brought him to the house, and he just talked to them and said, look, if you want to come out to New York during your senior year, senior break, Christmas break, come out to New York. I'll set you up with some photographers and some agencies and just see what happens. So I took him back to his hotel. I came back home, and my parents were really impressed because he wasn't asking for money. He was just offering to help. And they said, if you want to do this, then we'll support you and we'll go out there and we'll see what happens. She added, So we went out to New York around Christmas. I did some photos and I got signed with an agency. So 9 days after I graduated, instead of going the route of college or sports, I decided to take the leap and do that and see where it led. Elizabeth will go on to star in American Pie, the 1999 raunchy comedy that followed a group of high school friends on a mission to lose her virginity before graduation, as the beautiful foreign exchange student Nadia. Following the comedy's success, she appeared in popular early 2000 titles, including Scary Movie, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, 13 Ghosts, and Love Actually. So who did I just mix up with? Because I said she was somebody in before I started reading, I said she was somebody. Oh, I said she was so I guess that's not
Amber.
her. Amber from Clueless. So yeah, because they didn't mention Clueless in this. So I'm not me missing up white girls. My bad.
Are you convinced with Brittany?
No, not Brittany Murphy. Uh who played Amber? Who played Amber in Clueless?
The redhead girl.
Alyssa Donovan. That was her name. That's who I thought Shannon Elizabeth
And I
was. My
almost said
bad.
who? I still don't who.
Hold on,
Okay,
I'm
but
about to
yeah,
show her. I'm about to show. So
yeah.
this
So
is who I
he's
thought Shannon Elizabeth was.
uh, wait, slow scroll. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember her. But yeah, I do remember Shannon Elizabeth too. Yeah. I
Shannon
wonder where
Elizabeth
she
was
been.
an American Pie.
Hmm.
And Scary Movie. Hmm.
Hmm. I wonder what she's doing with herself these days. Hmm.
And the good question. Let's see. Let's see what Google says. Let's see. What is Shannon Elizabeth doing now? Okay, so it says according to Google's AI, Shannon Elizabeth is currently focusing on her digital content creation, nonprofit wildlife conservation work, and navigating a fresh start in her personal life. In early 2026, the American Pie star made headlines for launching a highly successful OnlyFans account, which simultaneously finalizing her divorce from her second husband. She
Hmm.
continues to split her time between the United States and South Africa.
Oh, ain't
Okay,
that
so she's
something?
on OnlyFans, and yeah,
What is she doing on OnlyFans?
probably
Wait.
showing feet. Shit. Look, I ain't mad. Whatever you're doing on there, girl, get money.
Okay, so what's up with this Fuquay guy? I feel like it's bad vibes. What's the bad vibes about him?
And yeah, there is bad vibes, honey. Then she talking about somebody took him back to his hotel. She gonna thought I was gonna skip over that part, honey. Antoine Fuqua is busy, and when I say busy, I mean his penis is busy. This is the one who
Ah,
he famously cheated on Leela Rashawn.
oh, that's what it was. She was in high school. He better not. He better have went direct. Yeah. Because that's
You
yeah.
think he didn't? Please.
Look.
And the parents called on. The parents was like, "What the hell he want to come over here for?"
Mm,
Because I mean, do we really have like I don't know about y'all, right? Because I've been reading so and if there's anything, please prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong about this. But I don't remember hearing anything else about Antoine Fuqua willingly offering his help to people like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially like some young, new, fresh tune or some young new whipper. He wanted to fuck that girl. She talking about sent her took him back to my hotel. I'm not trusting it. And her parents were right to be concerned. But that's that on that. Allegedly. So we have a comment saying she executive produced a documentary called Munu, a Rhino Love Story in South Africa. Oh, okay. Ow. Work. Don't stay over there too long, girl. I don't trust too many white people now. Well, that's that on that. Y'all, this next story, bitch. I was actually going to skip it because I was like, I don't really because I saw the mug shot first. I was like, there was an influencer by the name of Gabby Gonzalez. She's a TikTok influencer. I have no idea of who this girl is, so I was actually going to skip the story until TMZ gave us another one. Say, hold it, we need to elaborate, bitch. This is what she did. Oh yeah, so we're definitely talking about this. So y'all should see this link I just shared by way of TMZ. And it says TikTok star Gabby Gonzalez father allegedly hired hitman to kill singer Jack Avery. Bitch. Now, I don't know who Jack Avery is either, but I just know that he was a part of some boy band. Well, um, TikTok influencer Gabby Gonzalez will be charged in an alleged conspiracy to kill the father of her daughter, boy band singer Jack Avery, and TMZ has learned her father is also in custody for the alleged plot. Law enforcement sources tell us Gonzalez will be arraigned Tuesday in LA County for conspiracy to commit murder. We've also learned her father, Francisco Gonzalez, was arrested Monday in Florida and booked for the same crime. According to the LA County Sheriff's Department, Gabby was in a nasty custody battle with Jack over their 7-year-old daughter, Lavender, and Gabby's father also got involved in the dispute. One witness told cops Francisco had said it would be cheaper if Jack were dead. Jack is a former member of the boy band Why Don't We? TMZ broke the story. Gabby was arrested last week in Humboldt County, California, as she was boarding a flight there, and she was transferred Monday to Los Angeles County, where she remains jailed without bail. Her father has not been extradited to LA yet and remains behind bars in Florida. It appears law enforcement, federal and local officers, have been working on this case for quite some time. Last September, Jack did an interview where he spoke about FBI agents showing up at his home and informing him that someone was trying to have him killed. However, Jack clearly did not know about Gabby's alleged involvement because he praised her for being a good mom to their daughter. According to cops, Francisco masterminded a plan that dates back to 2021 to track and photograph Jack in Hawaii, where he lives. The alleged plan was to get footage of him doing things like smoking and drinking that could hurt him in the custody dispute. One alleged communication between Gonzalez's family members, Francisco wrote, "Call Barca never too early." Authorities believe this refers to a man named Dustin Barca, and cops say Gabby and her friend Kai Cordry later tried to recruit Barca to threaten Jack. According to cops, a witness told them Gabby and her father had electronically paid $10,000 to Kai on April 26, 2021 for what was described as web development payments. However, Kai later told cops that was just a cover story. He did not actually perform any web services. Using information from Kai, a federal agent posed as the hitman and got on a phone call with Francisco. During that call, cops say Francisco made it clear he made payments and discussed the target. Gabby built a major social media following through lifestyle posts, travel videos, and content documenting her daily life and motherhood. Well, girl, you ain't gonna be able to do no content creating in jail, girl. Girl! Her and her dad, so they were going through a nasty custody battle.
They're stupid.
Girl!
I don't know why people think that they're gonna get away with that. 9 times, even if you did find a legitimate person to actually carry it out, they gonna investigate you. You're gonna get caught. If you try and get somebody to kill somebody, 9 times out of 10 they may go to the police. Cause bitch, what you thought? I don't know why people think that they could get away with that and they throw their whole lives away. You took your time and had sex with him without a condom. I'm sorry, what? Now you got a problem? I need y'all to stop being dumb.
I was gagged, honey. I'm like, whoa, what she get? I'm sitting here thinking maybe she might have got arrested for some drugs or something, honey, when I just saw the mug shot. Then I was like, TMZ's like, no, bitch, this is what she did. I'm like, oh. Well, that is that on that, honey. What we got next? Child, Linda Perry. Let's talk about Linda Perry, honey. Now, TMZ she didn't really defend Nicki Minaj. I don't know why TMZ wrote it like that. She pretty much just said she just had a lapse of judgment. So y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Linda Perry defends Nicki Minaj's support of Donald Trump's as lapse of judgment.
Who asked Linda Perry? How she get in this? Why is she in this conversation?
Well, you won't catch Linda Perry sharpening her pitchfork over Nicki Minaj's support of Donald Trump. She's just chalking it up to a lapse of judgment. In an interview with Billboard's Pop Shop podcast last week, the 4 non-blonde singer said she thinks Nicki Minaj must be in a bit of a pickle if she's going full MAGA. Linda told Billboard, in Nicki's case, it seems that she wanted something from the office and was trying to maybe help herself, a friend, a boyfriend, whatever, and was promised something and felt that it was worth the risk to take. She explains that if someone really loved, if it was someone she really loved, like her best friend, family, or ex-wife Sarah Gilbert was in trouble or desperately needing something, she'd probably make a bad judgment call too, even if that means begging or groveling to somebody to get it to happen. Linda Perry added, sometimes when we're thinking about loved ones or trying to get out of a situation, we're not thinking clearly. Remember, What's Up by Four Non Blondes went viral last year in a TikTok mashup with Nicki's Bees in the Trap. And while Linda has sympathy for whatever situation she believes the rapper found herself in, Nicki's still all in on Trump. In fact, she told Time in a recent interview that she's not the only one saying, many celebrities feel the way I do, but they don't say it. Sometimes you just need one brave person to get the brunt of the impact. I think I'm the catalyst for that change. Girl,
You, Snoop, Nelly, the list goes on. Girl, we don't care. Goodbye.
I'm
You
gonna
need
tell
to
you
be
who really annoyed
deported.
me.
Deport her. Deport her.
Oh, I would say so.
Her and
Linda
her
Perry,
anchor.
and then she talking about if it was her loved one, like her ex Linda. Girl, please, like, seeing Sarah Gilbert used to get on my fucking nerves, honey. When I was watching the talk, she was the worst part. And I want y'all to keep in mind, Sharon Osbourne was on there at the same time too. So if I'm telling y'all that Sarah Gilbert got on my nerves way more than Sharon Osbourne, that should tell you something. She was so dense, honey. She had some of the most dense up, and I'm like, girl, as a lesbian who went through what you went through, you can't be this dense. And she absolutely is. So that's that on that, honey. And Linda, so it looks like Linda Perry say, well, I mean, because that's the part I don't like. I mean, I would make bad if it was someone in my no, girl. That's the problem with you white women. Y'all don't stand for anything. So, well, that is that on that. Girl, Girl, let's talk about Elon. I was about to call Elon Musk a clown, but I feel like even that's an insult to the clown community, so I won't do that. But he just got his ass handed to him in court. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Elon Musk loses massive lawsuit against OpenAI and Sam Altman. So let's get into it. Elon Musk took a major L in court Monday because a federal jury ruled OpenAI and founder Sam Altman aren't on the hook in the billionaire's explosive lawsuit accusing the company of abandoning its original mission to benefit humanity. A unanimous jury, which deliberated less than 2 hours, decided Musk waited too long to sue, ruling the claims fell outside California's 3-year statute of limitations. They determined he was aware of the alleged conduct years before he finally filed the case in 2024. And that means OpenAI, Altman, Microsoft, and company president Greg Brockman all walk away without liability. The court showdown turned into a credibility war between Musk and Altman, with each accusing the other of caring more about money than protecting humanity from dangerous AI tech. Musk's attorney hammered Altman, branding him as a liar during closing arguments, while OpenAI's legal team fired back by claiming Musk was the one chasing profits. Musk had accused OpenAI of stealing charity by transforming the nonprofit into a money-making machine backed by billions from Microsoft, and he wanted a whopping $150 billion in damages. Plus, Altman removed from the company's board. Instead, the verdict is a huge win for OpenAI and Altman, clearing the way for a company to grow, to keep growing without Musk getting in the way. Mm-mm. So it's like two evil motherfuckers telling each other exactly. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this story, child. Look, AI still needs guardrails. Exactly. Exactly. And I don't anything that's making Elon Musk look like the reasonable person in the argument, baby. It's like, okay, we might need to all sit down and have like a real conversation. Like it, mm, that's all I got. I don't have this because y'all already know when it comes to generative AI and when it comes to like creating videos and pictures and things like that, honey, like that's going to is going to make things worse before they get better. I tell you that the data shows it. So that's that on that, child. Oh, yeah. So Ghislaine Maxwell, yeah, you can go ahead and hang it up, girl. I don't know if you the whispers about you getting pardoned, honey, but it's not happening. And you know who said that? Attorney General Todd Blanche. And y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche won't promise pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell.
He a liar.
I
Fuck him. He be lying. He lying. He lying to them people. They gonna pardon
actually
her.
don't believe him either. And I think you're right, Gorgeous Moon. I think he is lying to the people. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell can't rely on President Donald Trump to secure her release from prison because his acting attorney general says he will not recommend pardoning Maxwell. Todd Blanche, who took over the DOJ in early April after POTUS fired AG Pam Bondi, testified before Congress Tuesday, and the infamous Epstein files came up. Senator Chris Van Hollen pressed Blanche on whether he meet with Epstein's victims. He said he has before asking him if he'd commit to not pardoning any person named in the files. Blanche said there are tens of thousands of names in the documents and that he could not make a promise on that broad. Van Hollen followed up by asking about Maxwell, and Blanche agreed. Excuse me. Sources told us that last year Maxwell was hopeful for a pardon after the Trump administration debunked the so-called client list, but a senior White House official told us there was simply no way they'd ever do that. Trump said a few weeks later he had the power to pardon Ghislaine, but didn't commit to setting her free. Maxwell sat down for a series of conversations with the DOJ in July and promised a complete account of everything that went down with Epstein in exchange for clemency. Sounds like she may never get it because a pardon is unlikely under this AG. Mm-mm. But just like my gorgeous moon said, I don't believe this for 1 second, honey. These people don't do shit. They will do nothing but lie in that administration. And I wouldn't even trust these motherfuckers to tell me the weather because they don't even believe in climate change. So that's that on that. Um, y'all, so this story here is sad. So for my 90 Day Fiance fans, so Jenny Slayton, y'all should see where I just shared here by way of TMZ. 90 Day Fiance star Jenny Slayton, or Jenny Slatton, if I'm saying her name wrong, I'm sorry, but she was diagnosed with ALS. And this starts. Jenny Slatton is facing a heartbreaking health battle. The 90 Day Fiance star has revealed she's been diagnosed with ALS after months of frightening symptoms and growing concerns from fans. Jenny and her husband, Sumit Singh, opened up about the diagnosis in a new interview, saying the first red flag popped up back in late 2024 when she suddenly started choking while drinking water and struggled to swallow pills. The couple, who lives in India, says things got even scarier when Jenny's speech noticeably slowed, to the point fans watching a holiday interview last year started speculating something serious was wrong, with rumors swirling she'd suffered a stroke. At first, we tried to keep it private because it's been very emotional and overwhelming for us, they wrote in an Instagram post. We were hoping to find some kind of solution before speaking publicly. But after trying for some time, we feel like it's time to reach out. After multiple doctor visits, Jenny says specialists finally confirmed this past December she has ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, a progressive neurological disorder with no known cure. The diagnosis hit especially hard because Jenny's father also died from ALS years ago, and she says she and Sumit broke down crying when they got the news. Fortunately, doctors have said the progression of Jenny's ALS has been slow. Jenny told People they are still exploring every possible option and hopes speaking publicly about her diagnosis might lead someone to come forward with information or treatment ideas that could help. Despite the devastating update, Jenny insists she's trying to stay positive and doesn't want people treating her differently, while Sumit says the ordeal has only made their bond stronger. The emotional reveal comes just before Jenny and Sumit return to TV for season 3 of 90 Day The Last Resort, premiering June 1st as Jenny continues navigating her diagnosis. Mm-mm. So we have she became a fan favorite we have in the chat. Oh, nice. And we have a question. The question is, will they stay in India or move to America with the cost of healthcare for this disease? Good question.
I don't know.
What
They
don't?
probably have some fairly okay healthcare in India.
Yeah, I was like,
You
do they
know,
have a universal
um,
health care out there?
I don't know if they could do anything more for her here than they can do there. unless they come out with some kind of experimental thing or trial or something. Um,
Oh, they say it's. We have a comment saying it's pay first in India, no health
yeah,
insurance.
but how expensive
Mm,
is it though?
mm,
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm learning something new today.
She might have Medicare, which is good in America. I don't guess it's not good there, but I don't know. It's a sad diagnosis. It really is. Since
And
there's
it
really
seems
nothing
like
they
it's
can do to
becoming
stop it.
more prevalent. It
And
seems like
apparently,
ALS.
hers not aggressive. I don't know. That's a hell of a diagnosis, man.
Uh,
Well, she's
we,
expatriated. I don't. Did she vote for anybody?
Not who she vote for. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Auntie, with I sent you that story about that actor coming having ALS as well too.
which one? I forget. Remind
The
me really.
black guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, and thank you for reminding me. I meant to even put that story on my notepad and totally forgot. Let me get her. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Somebody else diagnosed with it?
Yes, a
Yeah,
black actor.
a popular actor, and Moon sent it to me. I forgot to put it on my notepad. His name Russell Andrews. That's his name. And hold
Hmm.
on, hold on, hold on. I'm getting the link.
I don't know. Yeah, unless maybe by sight. Definitely not by name.
By name, right?
Yep, and he is black.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Now I'm waiting for the link to sync on my notepad. Okay,
It's
here we
getting
go.
too prevalent. I think a lot of these things are environmental. I'm sorry. It's just a lot.
Possibly. And here he is here. So you all just move this out of the way. So actor Russell Andrews reveals ALS diagnosis as his fiance turned caregiver says, "I still want to be your wife." So this is about a 2-minute video of them explaining what's going on.
Oh, okay.
I recognize the female actress more than him.
I walked into a family of
Mm.
very caring people, people I did not know a year ago.
Mm.
And the cliche family, but they have not let us miss a step in terms of care, the attention, the awareness, and the ability to get me here today.
Oh, man.
She is gorgeous.
I know, and you could tell it's progressed. I mean, yeah, his voice is already
Yeah.
showing the. Really, I think these diseases are really environmental. I think just because of how prevalent they're becoming and so quickly and so across the board. Mm. I mean, they polluting the water, our food, our clothes, everything. So
Mhm.
why wouldn't it?
I mean, it's sad. We have to monitor our food for what's in it. Things that are banned in other countries aren't banned here, pesticides and all this kind of stuff that it's just certain things that we just really should not even be eating.
Like baby carrots.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that, and I'm just so just
I'm
like
sorry, we shouldn't be eating baby carrots?
no,
stuff that come out the ground.
they're not. They're, and I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. They're
Yeah,
not real. I mean, they're carrots, but they're used as waste carrots, and then they spray them with all type of chemicals for the coloring and the.
making them look cute.
Hmm um, and we use those in our roasts and everything, but it's just, and they talk about strawberries as well, how heavy they are sprayed, and it's just a lot. And I mean, those are just the things I saw this week.
I have to say, I am gagged right now, honey. Ugh.
Yeah, they're not even like, regular whole carrots that are chopped up. These are waste carrots, and they send them through a very stringent chemical process to get them the way we see them in the store.
Wow. Look, everybody in the chat gagged. Those carrots and dips. I fed my dog's carrots as their toothbrush. Baby.
Look, look, everybody was gagged. Like, wait, what? Yes, everything. You at this point, I don't believe there's anything that we're taking into our bodies. I don't even care if they call it organic. It's not okay.
Well, this out of y'all probably don't know who this person is, but it's a star, UFC star. Well, he's no longer part of UFC anymore, but Diego Sanchez. I'm not familiar with him, but
No.
his wife just filed for divorce. And initially, I read a story thinking it might have been some domestic violence, but no, it wasn't anything like that. But it looks like what he's going through is like some mental disorder, if I had to take a guess. But you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, ex UFC star Diego Sanchez's wife files for divorce weeks before he avoids prison. So, ex UFC star Diego Sanchez and his wife Teresa Tapia divorced weeks before he avoided prison time in his criminal case, TMZ has learned. Teresa filed a petition for divorce on February 16, 2026, citing irreconcilable differences and said there was no hope for reconciliation. The paperwork listed the date of marriage as December 20th, 2024. The exes reached a settlement agreement, which stated they started to live separately in April 2025. The exes said they have no joint property to split and no debt to divide. Both parties waived their right to spousal support. Teresa tells TMZ, Diego had moved out of our home 6 months prior to our divorce. I was very patient and continued to try to help him through his problems. I felt I had no choice but to end the marriage. I wish Diego the best in life. I will always have love for him, and I will always continue to be a supporter of his. I hope one day he will realize who was actually there to help him. I will continue to have his daughter, Deja. Excuse me, I will continue to love his daughter, Deja. I'm always a phone call away for her. She is such a blessing and deserves the world. We've reached out to Diego. So far, no word back. As TMZ first reported back in March, Diego was sentenced to 5 years of supervised probation and 800 hours of community service, despite prosecutors asking for him to serve prison time. Diego was facing charges over allegedly shooting at or from a motor vehicle and negligent use of a weapon. Hmm. Yeah, sounds like it's some mental health struggles that she just probably just couldn't stick around for, and she's well within her rights to do that. So, hey, And she was like, what got me is that neither one of them want any spousal support from each other. So they've been separated for a while. She was like, you know what? I love him. I love his daughter. And I'm a phone call away if she ever wants to talk. But let that man go on and recover over there, child. Well, that is that on that. Kelsey Grammer, you dirty dog. And when I say you
Oh hell, what the hell he done did now?
oh my God, acting like a true Pisces man. Oh my God, honey. Now, Camille. So this is about y'all remember Camille, his ex-wife Camille Grammer. And I have this article from TMZ, and I'm going to share my screen. And you all should see where it says Camille Grammer reveals the very harsh text ex-husband Kelsey Grammer sent her after their split. Girl. So Camille Grammer is opening up about the aftermath of her split from ex-husband Kelsey Grammer. On the May 18th episode of Cynthia Bailey and Crystal Kung Minko's Humble Brag podcast, Camille, who's 57, shared that she hasn't spoken to Kelsey, who's 71, in 14 years. I wouldn't speak to his ass either, but anyway. The exes wed in 1997 and split in 2010 after Kelsey admitted to having an affair with flight attendant Katie Walsh, whom he later married. And when you asked me about the I'm sorry or the remorse, he said to me, he sent me a text saying, I feel no remorse for what I'm doing. Camille revealed, and that was very harsh because I was very much in love with him, and I believe he was very much in love with me. Camille, who shares a daughter Mason, who's 24, and son Jude, who's 21, with the Frasier star, said that she and Kelsey did have many good years and a lot of fun times in their marriage before the contentious split. I'm just really going to stop it right there because the rest of the article goes on about Kelsey's new wife and shit, like their kids and all that. Y'all, you cheat on me with the flight attendant. You get caught about it. You get caught doing it, and then you're gonna can I get an I'm sorry or something? Well, no, I don't have no remorse.
I don't know why people be wanting some apology from somebody that didn't offer it when it went down. I
That
don't
part.
understand that. Why do you want some fake ass apology? If they didn't offer it to you in the beginning, that means they're not sorry. So why ask them for one?
And I wouldn't even want no fake ass apology after that. Are you kidding me? Get that. I don't even like real apologies. But, as an Aries, we're not known for our forgiveness. So even real genuine apologies, honey, don't really receive well by me. So
I mean, yeah, I knew he was a asshole. That's okay. This ain't nothing new. Okay.
yes, but that like a Pisces type asshole. Like I knew he was a Pisces man, but damn, homie. That's the kind of man that say, remember what I said, a Pisces man will cheat on you and then beat your ass for getting mad about it.
Well, his karma when his ass fell off the stage.
Look, I guess I should say allegedly before I get a cease and desist from some Pisces man somewhere.
Yeah. Karma came back when his ass fell off that damn stage. But because it was nasty. He was nasty to her.
He was. And I had that was my third story. I meant to say I had 3 more stories left. That was story number 3. This next one I have, this is a funny one. But when y'all remember Snooki from Jersey Shore, I'm sure. When she was pregnant, she was trying to hide her pregnancy. Guess who tried to expose her pregnancy, honey? None other than the iconic Wendy Williams. And what did Wendy try to get her to do? Have a drink during the interview. And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Snooki claims Wendy Williams tried to expose her secret pregnancy on air. So let me share my screen and let's watch this video of Snooki talking about it. Today, girl. Okay.
What is it like getting called out by Wendy Williams?
She was wild.
She was intimidating for sure.
Remember she made you drink when you were pregnant?
She did.
She made you drink when
Well, she was secretly pregnant.
She heard there was a rumor that I was pregnant.
So she made you.
She brought out beer for me and Jenny, and she goes, "Well, let's see if you're pregnant." Like so crazy, and I was like, "That."
And then we saw her in Target 2 weeks later, and you shunned her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell y'all something, honey. This show was inspired by Wendy Williams. I went to the school of Wendy. I have been reading the celebrity news for a very long time. You will never get anything past us, honey. So just like Snooki tried to get that pass Wendy. Well, girl, I heard you were pregnant. And she probably told Wendy, no, I'm not. Okay, well, girl, have a drink with me. Yes. And
And
Snooki
Snooki
actually
said,
drank it.
okay. Well, she said she didn't even really take a drink, but yeah. Oh, you want to play in my face? You want to call my bluff? Okay, well, here we go.
She said, and Wendy came on, let's see if you're pregnant.
Yeah, well, I'm finna take this sip. Now what?
Oh, child. Well,
Wendy, sometimes Wendy was just nasty sometimes.
all the time, really, honey. Her radio, when I tell you her TV was so toned down from her, she was ruthless on that radio, honey.
That's
That's
true. It was.
that's where Charlemagne ass came from. Charlemagne was he went to the school of Wendy.
I know, I know. We know that's where he was spawned from. We
Oop.
know.
And what's their common denominator? Both of them are two cancers, honey. They do not play, honey. I guess that's the thing. You can't get one thing. I think, and this is with most when it comes to cancers, like most of the cancers in my life, whether it's a man or a woman, a lot of them do not like people bullshitting in their face, and they don't.
Wait a
They
minute.
get
Did you say
real
Wendy is
rude.
a cancer?
Yes, girl, July
Ew.
18th.
Oh God. And Charlemagne?
And
Oh
Charlemagne.
God. I know Charlemagne is. Oh my God.
Yes,
Jeez.
they're one
I
of
did not
you.
know.
One of you.
I did not know Wendy. I am embarrassed.
You
Oh,
shouldn't be. She's an
I'm finna
icon. She's a legend. She's the moment. Now, come on now.
mm, 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 mm.
Oh,
Every day I wish Whitney would have put hands on her.
oh, child. I feel like it was close.
Look, I wanted Whitney to put hands on her. For real, for real. But okay. She kept it classy.
Well, the last story I have for us today, we won't spend too much time on it because we don't care about this chick. But thank you for chilling for bringing this story to my attention. But child, Rachel Dolezal, that fake black woman, child, y'all should see here by way of Fox 26 Houston. Rachel Dolezal back in the spotlight after revealing new career choice. Oh, child. So I'm just going to read the brief from this article. In fact, I can share my screen and we can see it. And the brief pretty much summarizes what's in it. And it says the woman formerly known as Rachel Dolezal is back in the spotlight after revealing she's pursuing a new career as a sex coach. The name Rachel Dolezal first came into public attention in 2015 while serving as president of the Spokane NAACP chapter after it was revealed she was born to white parents despite publicly identifying as black for years. Diallo's latest career moves reflects on how controversial public figures are increasingly turning to creator-driven platforms and unconventional careers after losing access to traditional opportunities. So she's basically doing this because she can't get no job. And her name is pronounced what she says is now Nikki. Is that Nikai? Kakai? Nikki, girl, whatever it is, honey. So your name is Rachel, girl. Rachel. Stop playing in people's face. Well, that was that one, that honey.
Oh,
That's all
thank
I
God
got.
we weren't gonna play that video. Thank God. Oh
Oh
God, I was
no, I
gonna say
don't want to see that
no.
later.
I was gonna say no, not today, not today.
Let me tell you, y'all know I'm really when it comes to I'm really, really big on people occupying spaces that they don't need to be. Like when she was the president of Spokane's NAACP chapter trying to be black. She was taking up space that another black woman should have been in. That pisses
Mind
me
you,
off.
Spokane, Washington is more. I mean, it's so white, and for her, I mean, it just shows the level of selfishness that that they walk in. Because I mean, for Black people to be all the way out there in Spokane and actually have a community where they can have a NAACP, and she takes that job. Mm, mm,
Girl, what
mm,
got me? The whole
peak
thing
white.
got me, honey. And this, I can't. It don't even feel like it was more than 10 years ago. It really doesn't, because I can't believe this whole thing started in 2015. But I just remember being like just so upset. Like she was really like like this lady was delusional. She was put the post that she was putting on her Facebook, like when it was talking about how black men tend to go with white women and stuff like that. She was like, and she put like they always do stuff like this to us. Oh my God, I can't find a good man. I'm like she really delusional. She truly in her heart of hearts thinks she's a black woman. Not truly. And then what was pissing me off, honey, a whole bunch of, I had to actually block a whole bunch of other gays, honey, because they tried to use her as a to try to, say, well, if she can do, transracial is a real thing, just like transgenderism. Like, no, bitch, you're not gonna play in trans people's faces like this. Absolutely the fuck not. Get it out of here. I'm not even, I'm not even to hear that shit for 2 seconds. Get it out of here. Security, he needs to go.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
Get it out of here.
You can pretend to be not pretend, but you actually cosplay as being another race and comparing that to another gender.
I had to block a couple of gay people for that stupid shit. I'm like, bitch, go read a fucking book. Get it out of here.
Look, it's just her exerting her white privilege.
She wanted to be black, and she said, "Okay, I'm a black woman. That's what I want to be, and that's what I am."
And only I mean, it's not like black people could walk around and say, I'm white now. I'm white. That's we can't.
Yeah,
Huh?
but see, you
You
would
have
be in a psych ward if you said your ass was white.
exactly,
See, she can get
exactly
away because we
the
have so many
privilege.
shades, but you talking about you white? Well, yeah.
And that's my point exactly.
Hmm.
Exerting her white privilege to come and run roughshod over black folks just because she wants to, and that's nasty work.
And continues to double down on it. Like she hasn't
Mm-hmm.
changed. She
Mm-mm.
still considers herself a black woman,
Which is nuts.
even though she's been reduced to earning money in OnlyFans and things like this. I mean, she's still making it
This
in society with this choice. So hey,
Oh, child. Nikki or Nikai, girl, whatever the hell you calling yourself. Well, her
Rachel,
delusional ass.
I'm gonna call you what your mama called you, what your mama named you. Yo,
Mhm.
white mama, yo, white mama.
And that was if she was really black, if you was really black, baby, you would have changed your name Rachel to Raquel. If you was really
Okay.
black. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, I want to always ask my crew, did y'all have any tea that you want to share or anything that I might have missed?
Happy birthday
No.
to Little Future.
Oh, it's Little Future's
Oh,
birthday. How old is he now?
12,
probably like 13.
Damn.
13.
Damn. Kid's getting old. And look, I sound like Kevin Hart. Damn. um, I had two.
Today would have been Malcolm X's 101st birthday.
Yeah.
Girl, speaking of Malcolm X, honey, somebody actually put on Twitter. Oh, there was like somebody was like, "Happy birthday, Malcolm X," and somebody tweeted saying, "Now this was real DL trade, baby." I gagged, honey. I was like, but a lot of people were offended by it. It was like, "Oh, don't disrespect." I was like, "No, baby, did y'all read his book? He was very much trade, honey." but,
Wait, what
but
had happened? I
only
knocked myself out the room when you said that. What?
But somebody put on Twitter that Malcolm X was real DL trade, and they weren't wrong. But I don't think it would be really trade because I think it's only really trade if it's with the black community. But he was a sex worker, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and he
When he was still red, what was his name?
yeah, I've read something, honey.
He was he working in the gay community?
He was pimping that yellow penis out to them white men, honey. Yes, he was.
Oh, I did not know that. I
Hmm.
knew he had, he was on out there in the streets, but I didn't know that's what he was doing.
But if I remember
Interesting.
correctly, it was like for survival reasons and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. but I didn't know that. Oh, that's deep.
He was trade, honey. But y'all didn't hear that from me because you know Auntie Derek don't gossip.
I'm sorry, what? This is
Uh,
all we do. What you thinking?
look, if Bonita Betrayal could say it, so can I.
Okay, okay, girl.
Well, y'all, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. And don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiedericks.com and hit the big green subscribe button at the top left and join my free mailing list. What was my email today? I sent an email about that nasty devil's food cake,
Oh
honey.
yeah.
I'm just
And
not
then you had a picture of chocolate cake. None of that was working for me.
listen.
I was like, you doing too much.
I took to Google and I said, give me a picture of devil food cake, to celebrate the holiday, and that's what they gave me. But I don't like, it's just too rich for me, and I can't do it. And what I didn't like though is that how it got its name because it was supposed to be because of this sinful chocolate. It's because it's rich, sinful chocolate. It was supposed to be a contrast to the white angel food cake. Girl, y'all said that loud to somebody else, honey. Y'all angel white, devil black. Okay.
Yeah, the symbolisms will always be there.
hmm Well, until tomorrow, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.